It's a video response to Randytooth. In one of your recent videos, link is down below in the description bar. In one of your recent videos, you made mention of the differences between how a business should be run versus government mandate, and how the government couldn't necessarily run the way that you run a business. I would like to take a moment and declare that I take a bit of an exception to what you state in that. Yes, the government mandate is true. However, in any sort of a realistic environment, the books need to be balanced. The ability or abilities of a community need to be balanced by what is being put into it versus what is being taken out of it. And if that little balance is out of whack, the community knows the difference and it ends up suffering for it. As an example, if you want to take our national debt, how far it is in the one direction. Now there's a bunch of different accounts, and it's hard to say what's what and what money's paying for what and what money's going to what. But if you take every bit of a community's money to construct some sort of a process, let's say it's a bullet train. Okay, it's a bullet train going from, I don't know, Los Angeles to New York City. And everybody likes the idea of that program, and everybody votes for it because we're a nice democratic process. However, to complete this task, it ends up seriously taxing the resources of the entire nationwide community. The resources of people who never intend to use it, the resources of people who will not benefit from its usage, as well as the resources of the people who would travel on it. So you build this wonderful construct as a nation, and it goes from LA to New York, and it is amazing. It is an absolute sight to behold, and we have done it. We had jobs all along, and we were building this. Yet, when it's all done, the taxes continue in order to pay for that construct, and the taxes are so great that people can't even afford to travel on this train that the community just constructed. If that makes sense. I just use that particular example as the imbalance that occurs if a government enacts too many economic processes and throws everything out of balance. I'm not entirely convinced that that's the end all be all of the argument, and the answer is definitely somewhere in the middle. But I did want to state that regardless of a government's mandate, they need to find another way around it versus just merely tax and spend, spend, tax. That's not necessarily the answer. And when you're spending when there's no money there, no money being there is an indication of the community's ability. The tasks of what the nation does hasn't made necessary the additional funds that are being spent from nothing. See, if the money's there, that means that the tasks have reflected those monies and everything's nice and balanced out. When the funds aren't there, that means that the ability is not necessarily there. Hopefully you're still with me, man, because I'm almost not. So you end up with a situation where you're so far out of what's actually being accomplished that it's almost like a cloudy wisp, and it's just a house built on sand and fog. I don't necessarily think that that's the point that all of these hardcore deregulate people are making, but I think it's one of the dangers of looking too hard for a government solution as opposed to looking to a private solution. Anyway, just a quick video response. Hopefully, if you want to, hit me back if there's anything that we can clarify on, because that crap that I just said sounded like a bunch of gobbledygook to me. So if you can hit me back on something with that, and then I'll hit you back, and maybe we can get somewhere with it. And anyway, dude, great videos, and we'll see y'all soon.